Okay. Hello Aquarius, welcome to my Tarot Love channel. I'm the Tarot Muse. I'm here with your weekly Tarot Love reading. And before we proceed, I just need to mention that I have traveled 3 times over the last few weeks to find the perfect place that is soundproof. I'm in the Philippines and unfortunately this hasn't been possible, so you will be hearing chickens, motorbikes, karaoke, possibly children crying and more chickens. There's even a pig next door, so just embrace yourself, it's all part of the journey. Alright, so let's just dive straight in. I've got all the cards shuffled over here and let's find out what's happening in the present moment for you, Aquarius. We have the card of nostalgia, longing for the past, patterns from the past, and this is crossed by the 4 of Wands. So just be aware that I'm going to lay all the cards out first and then we're going to dive in deeper, so just bear with me. What is in the past for you, Aquarius? The Justice card. What is in the future for you, Aquarius? The King of Wands. What is conscious for you right now? The World card, something completing, a cycle completing. What is unconscious? The moving away from, the 6 of Swords. What is Aquarius going through right now? King of Cups. What is the other person going through right now? The 10 of Cups. Where is the relationship at? We've got the Knight of Swords. And then what is the outcome? We've got the 6 of Cards, the card of sharing. Alright, so coming to the present moment, we have the 6 of Cups, which is all about the longing for things from the past, nostalgia, sweetness from the past, or past things, past patterns that keep getting repeated. And what's covering it is the 4 of Wands, which is a card of celebration and success, or it could be a card of marriage or partnership. So longing for something from the past with regards to the marriage or the relationship is what I'm seeing here. So let's find out a little bit more about what this nostalgia card is trying to tell us. Let's get 3 cards for that. We've got the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the walking away, the 5 of Swords. So what I'm seeing here is there was the nostalgia or the longing for some kind of sweetness from the past could have been around independence, because we have the 9 of Pentacles card over here. So there was a longing for this independence, possibly, which is very possible for you, Aquarius. But then we've got the 9 of Swords and we've got the 5 of Swords. So I feel like there's now some kind of depression or sadness or heaviness, not being able to fall asleep at night, worrying, mentally anguished about this walking away. So there was some kind of walking away that happened that when nobody won from it. So the 5 of Swords is generally, I always use the expression, cutting off your nose to spite your own face. You've done something, you've hurt the other person and you've hurt yourself, or other way around, and nobody wins. So there's this anguish around that, and it is either because there was a longing for your independence, or longing for moments of where you felt secure in your independence. Now what's crossing this is the 4 of Wands, which is the marriage card, or the relationship card, or just successful connection. And I've got the walking away from the love and this detachment that's happening. So the walking away is the 8 of Cups. It's walking away from things that no longer emotionally serve you or interest you. And then we have the Ace of Cups, and it's the Ace of Cups for me is the love card, and it's self-love, but it's also love for the relationship, because we have the 4 of Wands over here. So, and then we have the King of Swords, which is you, Aquarius. King of Swords rules the air sign, the mental realm. It's Aquarius, it's Gemini, or it's Libra. So I'm going to assume that this is you. There's some kind of walking away from this love connection that is leaving you feeling anguished and unhappy, and I sense that it's because what you thought you wanted was independence. So, but let's go deeper and find out. So in the past we have the Justice card, we have the Moon card, the Sun, and Control, the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so Justice was served as a result of confusion around the happiness and trying to control that. So there was happiness there, but it wasn't enough. There was confusion around it and control around it, and not just allowing it to flow. And so the Justice card is about cause and effect, and it, in a way, life brings you where you're at. The mind is the wish-fulfilling gem. If you believe this, this is what manifests. So in the future, we have the King of Wands, and I want to get 3 cards to explain what's going on there. We have the Seven of Cups, which is the card of too many choices and confusion. And we have the Tower card and the Death card. So the King of Wands over here in the future, the King of Wands could be your business, your fire and your passion. It could be your sexuality. And just based on other readings that I've done, Aquarius, I've seen elements of polyamory in the readings, and what that means is, for those of you that don't know, either a longing for more than one emotional or sexual relationship, or an actual interaction in more than one sexual or emotional relationship, which is either agreed on or it's not. So if this is about your sexual relationship, because we've got the Seven of Cups underneath it, so more than one option, it's going through some kind of shattering and disillusionment and breakdown, and there's a death that's happening as a result of it. And I'm sensing that's what it's about. I've got the Empress card here, so this could be around sexuality or sensuality. So I want to get a little bit more information about what is consciously happening for you right now, Aquarius. I've got the World card, and I'm going to pick 3 cards. The World card is the completion or the ending of a cycle. It could also refer to something that is actually happening out there in the world, something that happened to you away in the world. And it's talking about this intuitive decision that has been made around home and the abundance of your home. And this cycle is coming to an end for you. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and it's about reviewing what has happened up until now in order to make a new decision moving forward. And for you, it's quite intuitive that there's some kind of completion that needs to happen around this, around the home. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, and for me, this is the wealth and the abundance of the home, of the family unit. So this can be you and your partnership, and the completion around that. I'm just going to pick one more card for there. So this doesn't mean that it's come to an end. It can mean that it's been through a cycle of ending. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, I have the Ace of Wands, I've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and I've got the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So I'm seeing that this person, your partner, who I'm sensing is an earth sign, so a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, because we have the Queen of Pentacles here. New creative beginnings, a new, possibly even a new relationship for her coming through that is more consistent and grounded, and as opposed to potentially what it was that you were offering, which was a struggle and quite painful and perhaps not abundant enough. It can either mean that, or it can mean that the actual relationship is going through a change from the struggle that it was going through. So it's one or the other, but we'll find out more. So what is unconscious for you? So this is what is conscious, the completion of some kind of cycle, making a decision around the home. what is unconscious for you, we have the walking away card, and moving away from emotional distress, emotional anguish, and mental anguish to calmer waters. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Five of Cups, which is the card of loss, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So it's moving away. It's this transition that's busy, that's going to happening, where you're moving away to calmer waters, away from this intensity and this loss and this pain that has happened. And what's coming out of it is just a new opportunity for abundance. And it's a broad word to use, but it's just an all-rounder. It's your health, in your body, in your home, with your finances. There's a new spark, something new that's coming through for you, a new opportunity. So it's almost like this intensity, this loss is starting to shift and transform, and a new opportunity is coming in. This hasn't happened yet. This is coming into your conscious over the next week or so. So I ask, what is happening for Aquarius right now? What's Aquarius going through? And I've got the King of Cups card over here. So let's get 3 cards. We've got the 10 of Wands, which is the card of burden. And so you're pretty emotional right now, Aquarius. We've got the 10 of Wands, we've got the 4 of Swords, and we've got the 2 of Swords. So this is talking about this retreat that's happening for you, this emotional retreat that's happening because things have just gone too much. The burden has gone too much, and there's just this emotional confusion and uncertainty, and almost like a stalemate, like you don't know how to proceed. So there's some kind of pulling back that's happening for you, and that is needed for you right now in order to review. Your partner or person, on the other hand, has got the 10 of Cups. So let's find out more about what that's about. That's a card of happiness, emotional happiness and fulfillment. And what I'm getting here is the 4 of Cups and the Knight of Wands and the 8 of Wands. So, okay. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to lay that out here and see if I can go a little bit deeper with that. So what I've got there for them is the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is with regards to the family happiness, or the emotional fulfillment on a broader sense. It's not just about self, it's about the you as a unit, the family that you are as a unit, emotional fulfillment around that. And then I've picked 3 cards for that, and I've got the 4 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. So there is a sense here that this is to do with so the 4 of Cups is about apathy and boredom, and it's to do with a discontentment with not getting what you want, or things not being how you want them, or things not being there anymore. So if you can see this card, you can see that this person is distressed about what they don't have. They're focusing on what they don't have. There's 3 cups over there, but they're not able to see or receive what has been offered to them. So it's almost like there's some kind of loss that's happened around sexuality and passion, which is the Knight of Wands, and this for me is a sexual passion card as one. It could also be to do with with travel, or in another country, So this boredom and apathy that's happening with the sexual passion not being there, and yet they are in an emotionally content place around that. So where is the relationship at, I ask? And I've got the Knight of Swords over here, and this is an impulsive charging in without fully thinking things through. Let's get 3 cards. Okay. So we've got the Three of Wands, the Magician, and the Nine of Wands. So the Three of Wands is a card of looking away, looking out, planning the next step, planning where next, what next. And we have the Magician card, which is about creation, manifesting, bringing into fruition. And so with regards to so the relationship was the relationship itself, there was something impulsive, and it's almost like when I see this card, it's someone who hasn't thought things through, someone who's charged in. For me it's quite a selfish card. It's like the young guy who charges in for his own benefit, doing things without thinking them through. And this action within the relationship has happened, and what I'm seeing here is it's to do with something out there that you wanted to create, and now there's a struggle because, and let's get another card around the Magician card. Okay, so there was a desire to create, follow your dreams. There was a desire, emotional fulfillment, and follow the dreams, and follow happiness, and to do with sharing. There was a desire to create that, and there was a looking out there for that. But the move was impulsive to the relationship, and again I'm getting this feeling of like maybe Aquarius, you or the other person was wanting something more than just what the relationship was offering, and so there was some kind of loss that's happened that has left you unhappy and at loss about it. And what I see is the aloneness card. I have the Hermit card over here, and then we also have the Nine of Wands, which is about recovering from this battle that you've just gone through, but you're still standing and you're still plodding forward, but alone, the Hermit card. So I ask what the outcome of the relationship is, and we've got the Six of Pentacles and inner strength. So yeah, emotionally finding the inner strength to come back into some kind of balance around the sharing. So does this mean that the relationship is over? And what I'm seeing here is that the relationship, so there's one of two things that are happening here. Okay. The actual, yeah, okay. So with regards to, there's one or two things that can happen here, because there's so many of you Capricorns out there. There's one or two potentials, right? With regards to the relationship, it finds a new direction, it finds new grounding, it finds a new life. And this is about returning back to the structure and the consistency and the routine and the security and the foundation and the traditionalness of the relationship. Putting the addictions and the sexual bondages and desires behind you, allowing that to be a thing of the past, and coming back to taking charge of the relationship. Or there's a new opportunity coming through with a new person with whom you feel some kind of desire to settle and create foundation with. I sense it is with your current partner. It's going to experience some kind of new spark, and I do see that you have gone through a change, Aquarius, and because it's almost like you had there was this breakdown that needed to happen in order to step into a higher place, and that I do see the returning to some kind of success and consistency. And I have a love oracle card here that I'd like to read to you. Does every passionate romance have to be based on the belief that you are true soulmates? Must it always start from love at first sight? A few times in your life you are fortunate enough to meet someone who is totally imperfect but exactly right for you, just because your combined faults allow you to connect harmoniously. So I hope that shed some light on the situation, and you are absolutely welcome to make contact with me if you want to go deeper in a reading. My descriptions for my site are in the description box. I would appreciate it if you can like and subscribe to my channel, and I always want to hear what your comments are, and please stay tuned for more readings next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.